Last week, I was exhausted, like low energy, couldn't recover from workouts, sleeping horribly, up all night. And this week, energy is back, baby. No naps, workouts feeling strong, recovery takes no time at all. And I can actually remember people's names again when I walk in the room. Who knew? And so, what are we doing here? Because honestly, this might be the most confusing part of all of this. How do you fix something that won't stay the same? Hey y'all, it's your podcast bestie Jama again, and today we're talking about something that I, again, don't think gets talked about enough, and that's how wildly inconsistent all of this can really feel. Because in my last couple episodes, I've talked about not feeling like myself or being tired and off. This is real time, y'all, and all of that was true. But what's also true is this week, I feel completely normal again, like actually pretty good. And here's the thing. I didn't suddenly change everything. I didn't find the magic fix. So naturally, my brain is like, okay, what did we do? Let's repeat that. Except I don't actually know what that is. And that's the part that's so frustrating, like frustrating AF, y'all. Because if something is consistently off, you can fix it. But when it's off one week, fine the next, and then probably off again at some point, what are we even supposed to do with that? And I've really noticed this with my workouts. Last week, everything felt heavy. Recovery was slow, energy was off, I just felt off. Even lifting lower weights, I was just off. And this week, I'm like, okay, who is she? She's back. Workouts feel strong, recovery is fast, my body feels like it's actually responding again. And actually, perfect example about how all of this works. So I started planning this episode Friday night feeling good, thinking I'm going to wake up Saturday and get my workout in. And we're back, baby. We're feeling good. We figured something out. Saturday morning comes around and I hurt my back. Not lifting heavy. No, no, no. Moving heavy weights around. Like not even the workout part. Just the cleanup after. Which honestly feels very on brand for me. And in my head, I'm like, okay, cool. So we're strong enough to lift heavy again, but not strong enough to move weights around after. Love this for me. And the best part, I'm sitting here thinking, well, at least I can't feel the soreness from lifting heavy, right? Because my back hurts more than anything else right now. So that's fun. Never had a back injury before. But you know, there's a first time for everything. And now I'm over here like, okay, let's just hope the estrogen stays high enough to recover from this real quick too. Because apparently that's where we are right now. And that's exactly my point. And it's like, wait, so was something wrong? Or is it just how it is now? And I've seen the same thing with running. One run feels amazing. The next one feels like a completely different body. And it's not like I suddenly forgot how to train or run. It's just inconsistent. And I think this is where it messes with you mentally. Because if you're anything like me, oldest daughter, control freak energy, you're used to being able to figure things out. You control the routine, you control the outcome, you fix the problem. And now, I can't control any of this. The only thing I know for sure is this good feeling, it's not gonna last forever. So that part is so annoying. Because you finally feel good, and instead of just enjoying it, you're like, okay, when are things going to change again? When's the ball going to drop? And then there's the whole Garmin thing. We need to talk about that. Because I know it's not perfect. It's just a tool. I get it. But I will say this. It does a pretty good job of keeping up with how I feel. Last week, my sleep score was horrible. Awake all night, hot flashes, all the things. Garmin's like, yeah, unproductive. If you know, you know. Body battery low. HRV tanked. Training readiness not happening. And let's talk about this whole unproductive label anyways. I didn't even know Garmin had an unproductive setting. Like, excuse me, we've been doing this for years. And now all of a sudden, unproductive shows up on my watch? That's rude, y'all. But also accurate, I guess. And then this week, sleep so much better. HRV is back up in the 70s. Garmin's like, look at you, productive again. And I'm like, okay, cool, but what changed? And that's where I think this is actually helpful, because even though it's not perfect, it does show me one thing. I'm not making this up. Garmin's actually doing a good job showing these shifts in real time on my wrist. So last week, I got my first DEXA scan, and the data might say, here's where you are now. And I'm like, yeah, that all checks out. I know I need to work on my body fat, build muscle, improve bone density. I get all that. That's my long-term goal and why I'm doing it. But what I'm feeling right now, that's definitely day to day. And those two things don't always match. And I think that's the shift I'm starting to understand, maybe a little. This definitely isn't about something being broken. It's about something fluctuating. And those are two very different things. Because if something is broken, what do? You fix it. But if something is fluctuating, you have to learn how to work with it. And that's a completely different mindset. It's less about control. You know I love control. And more about awareness. And let me tell you, this is not my natural setting. Again, I like control. I like predictability. I like knowing if I do this, I'll get this result. And right now, that's not how any of this is working out for me. So if you've been feeling any of this, if you've had weeks where you felt completely off and then suddenly fine again, I just want you to hear this. You're not inconsistent. Your body is. And that's a different problem to solve. Because instead of asking, how do I stay the same every day? Because we can't. The better question might be, how do I just adjust when things change? And I think that's what I'm learning right now in real time. Not how to control it like I want to, but how to work with it. So this week, instead of trying to lock yourself into a perfect routine, just notice. Notice when you feel good and notice when you don't. Notice what might be shifting, even if it doesn't fully make sense yet. Because that's awareness and that's where we are. That's what's going to help you attempt to navigate all this, not forcing it. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. And if this one felt a little too familiar for you, just know you're not the only one dealing with this. We're just figuring out a body that doesn't operate the same way that it used to for all the years we've been around. All right, bye for now, y'all.